So, I was gone for like 10 months, and then I come back for a month or two, and then I disappear again for almost a month. What's going on? So, I've been going through a lot of stupid computer issues and whatever. Throughout this time that I've been trying to figure out my problems, I was kind of sad that I wasn't able to upload anything, but it kind of made me thinking about how I wanted to make some changes to this channel. Nothing too severe or anything that's going to make people want to leave. Hopefully not, anyway. But I'm considering going back to my old roots with life. And with my friends and stuff always being busy with work and always us working on separate schedules, I realized that I've been playing a lot of games solo, or at least not with the same friends that I usually play with. So I'm considering going back into making commentary videos, which was something that actually a lot of people enjoyed back in the day when I would upload a bunch of commentaries and whatever. So I figured I would possibly start doing that again, so that way I could figure out a topic and then I can come to you guys and I could talk to you guys about what's going on with me, whatever the specific subject is at hand, because I know a lot of people did enjoy those, like I said. One of the other things that I wanted to start doing was possibly moving away from the funny moments and stuff. I mean, if that ever happens, it happens. Like, I really enjoy making funny moment videos, but obviously it's kind of harder for me to do that when I'm not playing with friends. At least for me, I kind of play more serious when I'm not playing with friends. So I find myself playing other games like really competitively and seriously, and I'm kind of in the zone, so I'm not really in the mood to talk or whatever. But I mean, I could always consider, doing like full length gameplays again. Like, for example, back when I was doing CS:GO videos when they were full matchmaking clips. I know some people did enjoy those, some people didn't. I might not do that specifically since it's like 40 minutes or so. Maybe do like highlights or whatever, I guess, of like good plays and stuff. Say if I'm playing by myself, because like I said, I'm not gonna be talking much, or unless I'm talking to my teammates. With me playing more seriously, also that means that I could get more professional or get a lot better at specific games that I play, like CS:GO or possibly Siege, which also means that I can get good clips, which means that I can make montages and stuff, which I know was something that a lot of people also used to enjoy. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that I'm considering doing is going to be a lot of stuff that I used to do like back in the day, like years ago when I was playing a lot of games by myself or solo. A lot of full length stuff, so that way it increases the quantity but not the quality, if that makes sense. I know I've been playing like lots of zombies recently as well, with maybe friends or sometimes by myself. I've always enjoyed like trying to like showcase like high round gameplay and stuff like that, which I thought would always be fun to show off. There's all sorts of stuff that I'm considering doing again, so that way I can, be able to come back more to YouTube, because a lot of this reasoning as to why I've been gone, or I wasn't uploading as consistently, is because I kind of changed my style to where I'd spend more time editing, like, funny moments and stuff like that, because I'd be playing a lot of the time with friends. But I know there was a lot of people that also enjoyed, watching me do good in games, or, having certain gameplay videos, and also like the kind of being close with my audience and talking to them about my life and talking to you guys personally. That was always kind of a thing that I enjoyed. And also I was considering maybe getting more into streaming, not like enough to where, I make it a career out of it or expect anything out of it. But maybe when I'm like, I get home from work or something and I'm feeling like talking to you guys or playing some games while, having an audience, then I can always consider that. It's just I've always had issues with live streaming for some reason. I can't figure out why I always specifically have issues, especially with my kind of build I have now. It's very frustrating that I spent like a lot of money on, all the specs and everything, but I still have issues in something like OBS. And I won't even be trying to stream anything like at such a huge bit rate or make it to where it's like that great of quality, but yet I'll still have flickering and like stuttering issues while I stream. And I'm like, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'd consider maybe using like NVIDIA's Shadowplay, but the only problem with that is that when you stream off of that, there's like two options, like you stream your game and then you stream like your face if you want to. But the thing is that your face takes up like a corner of the screen, like a whole corner, like a fourth. That's why I don't use that. But with that in mind, I'm going to move over to the subject of my troubleshooting and issues that I've been having recently. I had a 1TB SSD and then I had a 6TB Western Digital black drive, okay? And everything was fine. I actually broke the first hard drive on accident because my cable management was so poor and it was really ugly, which was very unmotivating. For some reason, I didn't want to fix it, or I wasn't thinking about fixing it, but after this happened, obviously, I knew, like, it's probably a good idea, and plus it'd benefit me because it'd look a lot nicer. Pretty much, my cable was kind of plugged in, my SATA power cable into the hard drive was plugged in, but it was really tight, so it was like at a very weird angle, and also like it was kind of flexing, not too bad to where it wouldn't do anything unless I tampered with it, which is obviously what happened. Or I think I was plugging something in, I don't remember exactly. I think it might have been like my liquid cooler, because my liquid cooler was a lemon when I got it, so I had to return it and get a new one, right? So as I was unplugging that and doing other stuff, I barely flicked on it, so it's not exactly my fault, but obviously, still kind of is. I pulled on the cable just a little bit and it snapped the plastic pins, or the plastic casing around the pins on the drive, and then obviously the pins bent. So like I got really sad because I lost all my data off of that, so I was like, well, that kind of sucks, but nothing I could do about it. So I got an RMA and I got it replaced, and I guess the hard drive was in such poor condition that they actually returned it to me as well. So I got my new drive for free, as well as, I got my old one back. Not that I can do anything with it. So that happened. I got my new drive. I plugged it in. Everything was fine. So I decided on my birthday, I decided that I wanted to spoil myself, I guess, and I got a secondary 1TB SSD. So now I actually have two 1TB SSDs inside my PC for my games, and then I also have the Western Digital 6TB black. Once everything came in the mail, I was unplugging everything and I replugged in everything. I spent about like 30 minutes to an hour like fixing all my cable management. So now my PC actually looks really good on the inside. At least I think so. I turned on my PC, like I made sure everything was off, right? I unplugged like all the cables that I needed to and then replugged them in. When I turned the PC back on, suddenly my hard drive's not working. I was getting this input-output device error, which for a minute I thought like I broke it. Like I thought somehow like me unplugging it and plugging it back in broke the drive, which, that was my first thought because I've never had this issue before and I needed to troubleshoot it, right? So I spent about 3-4 days working on it, trying to fix it, figure out all of my problems. I was trying everything I could possibly think of to try and fix my problem. I was unplugging stuff, replugging stuff back in. I was resetting my PC. I was formatting everything. I was trying to go into command prompt so I can convert the drive to MBR, format it or whatever. I don't remember exactly what like all the steps where I did, because I did a lot. Yeah, after about 3 or 4 days, I was like, okay, this obviously is not gonna fix anything, or maybe I should contact support again and see if what the problem is. So I contact support. I talk to them. They tell me basically, because this is originally, they think that I unplugged the device like while it was on or something in that regard. What I thought was the issue was what they told me, and what they said was basically when I unplugged the drive, it corrupted the partitions on the drive, which just basically means it just fried and destroyed the drive. So there was no way for me to like recollect my data without paying money, which I didn't really care about. It was just, well, I honestly did care about, but I didn't have money at the time. But it was like all my old videos and all my games that I spent hours downloading onto my PC anyways. So I lost all this data and all this time, and I had such a good, there was like this one CSGO video I was really excited to work on. It was super funny, and I lost that. And one of the things, or one of the reasons as to why I wasn't uploading for a little bit also, was because when Halo Master Chief Collection came out on PC, I played Reach nonstop for probably a good week. I got 100 hours in it in like a week or so. So I spent all this time playing like Griffball and whatever so I can level up, because I wanted to unlock all the OG armor equipment and stuff like that. I had all this clips and stuff of me getting like these 10 kill streaks. I mean, granted it's Griffball, but it would have been a good way to make a montage, right? So I lost that. So I lost all this stuff. So I finished talking up with Western Digital. We RMA this drive as well. So I returned this one, and then I get the new drive, and I plug it in and I get the same error. And I'm like, okay, so this definitely was not a power or this definitely was not a issue that I caused. I'm thinking like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? So I spent about another day or so trying to figure out what it is that could possibly be the issue. And then I decided, you know what, maybe it's just the cable. Maybe for some reason it's a faulty cable. Maybe it's the cable that I bent and damaged, because one of the SATA power cables I actually have inside of my device, it has the plastic casing stuck inside of it, so obviously I can't use that cable. Originally, I thought that the hard drive was plugged into that specific cable that has that damaged one, so I was thinking maybe like the one plug that I was trying to use was damaged from me damaging the other port, and so I thought maybe it was just bad, so I figured I'd order a new piece. So it was from Japan or whatever. It's shipping right now. Actually, it says it's going to take like 2 weeks, but conveniently a friend of mine, he was able to give me a Corsair power supply, which I thought was awesome, and I was really grateful for that. So I did it as a test. I plugged it in, and what do you know, it worked right away. And I was like, oh my gosh, I spent all this time trying to figure this out for no reason. Like, it was something that simple. But on the bright side, I know how to fix it next time. But so I contacted Corsair because I was curious. I was like, is it something that I did wrong? And I mean, it's kind of common sense, but I wouldn't have thought about this. But he basically said that depending on how much stuff you have plugged in, it can, it takes up power, right? So if you have so many things plugged into one thing at once, there's a chance that it's not going to get enough power. So pretty much my hard drive wasn't getting enough power, which is why it wasn't powering and working. Pretty much what that means is that the hard drive was displaying on the PC because it wasn't really getting power, but I was able to because I had the SATA cable plugged into it so that way it can transfer data, right? So that was plugged in. So I think that's why it was displaying at all on my PC. That's pretty much been what my last month has been. I'm just trying to fix my hard drive issue because I needed a space to have storage for my videos and my content and stuff. So now that I finally have that back, things are looking up, and hopefully now I can start making more videos, and hopefully, I can start making more content, because like I said, I'm thinking about moving back to my old roots, because I'm not playing as much with friends at the moment because we're always so busy, and we always have different times when we want to get on and stuff. Like everyone else works daytime, I work graveyard, so when I get home, I'm up early morning when they're probably sleeping, and then I go to bed when they get on. So it's just, unfortunately, it's not working out at the moment, which is okay. At some point down the road, I'll get a new shift, and I'll be able to, be able to play with my friends more, because I do enjoy playing with them and making videos and making content. That's always been my thing, and that's always been fun. And as they like to say that I like to use them for content, which I guess is kind of true, but it's also, I don't know, I just enjoy playing with friends. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Sorry again for being gone for so long. I know it's kind of like ironic. I'm like, oh, I'm back, and then I disappear again. I promise it wasn't intentional. Oh, and speaking of that live stream I did before I disappeared, that map that I spent hours working on, gone. That was on my hard drive that I unfortunately formatted thinking that it was damaged. Unfortunately, it was on the drive that I thought was damaged, and then I resent to Western Digital, is all gone. So now I got to restart from the beginning once again, and I got to remake that map from scratch, which, I mean, it won't be that hard. Like, I mean, I have live stream proof of me doing it, and I could just kind of get an idea from there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new, and subscribe if you're interested in more content. Hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to come back a lot more, and I'll be more motivated to make more content for you guys. Anyways, thank you guys, and take care.